Okay, so for our second assignment, we're going to start to see expressions as part of our homework. And so tonight we're going to have two expectations of you tonight. The first thing that we're going to need from you tonight is that you're going to have to be able to translate. All right, and what we mean by the word translate in mathematics is we want to change forms. And so for us in math class, what that basically means is we can have numbers and symbols as one form, all right, and the other form that we may have is words. All right, and our goal when we translate is to be able to float back and forth in between these two. So if we're given a problem in numbers or symbols form, okay, such as 7, well, we'll give it to you in words, 7 plus a number. All right, if we're given a form in words, we need to be able to show what that looks like in numbers and symbols. All right, so this one's a pretty simple translation. This translates into the number 7. This is our plus sign. And now this little phrase here, a number. We do not know what number they want us to use specifically. So when we do not know the specifics of a number, we get to place in one of our variables. So in this case, we could just use h. So that would be one translation. We take our sentence that we're given and we put that into its number and symbol form. All right. We also may ask you to go in the other direction. Okay. So we may have something such as this. So we may be given a group of numbers and symbols, and we need to be able to rewrite that in sentence form. A number that represents our variable, because remember we just discussed up here when we see the phrase a number, that's our indicator that we're using variables. So a number divided by 14. Okay, so the first half of your assignment this evening is just translating back and forth. If we're given this form, we want to get it in a problem form. If it's given to us as a math problem, we want to get that in sentence form. Straightforward translations, back and forth, all right? Because as far as mathematics go, we see both kinds. All right, the second half of your homework assignment this evening deals with substitution. Okay, and substitution is what we use to replace. All right, and since we got variables involved now, okay, our expressions may look 3y plus 4z. Okay, so our expressions may look something like that. We got numbers and variables. Okay, so now instead of just converting from one form to the other, the second half of your homework tonight is actually working with an expression, okay? So if we're given a variable of this type, all right, the work's going to be, we need to figure out what these values are, where are these values being given to us, and we want to substitute, which means we want to replace our variables. So once we replace, we take out the y, put in the 4, take out the z, put in the 5. Okay, now here's the trick. Here's the trick. Mathematics. Anytime that we have a number and a variable right beside each other, okay, two separate terms with no symbol in between, automatic multiplication. This is 3 times y. So that translates to 3 times 4. Thus, over here, this translates to 4 times our z value. So that's 4 times 5. Okay? So we want to multiply. 3 times 4 is 12. 4 times 5 is 20. 12 plus 20 is, final answer, 32. Okay? So the second half of your homework assignment this evening is all about substituting in your variables and actually working with the equation. Working with the equation. Another situation we may have, just for some more practice, we'll do one more. First thing we want to do is substitute. Replace our z with 5. Replace our y with 4. Again, this is 8 times z, so there is a multiplication here. It is unwritten, but it still means multiply. 8 times 5 is 40. 40 divided by 4 is 10. Okay? That should be enough to get you very far along in tonight's homework assignment. If you have any questions, please bring them back tomorrow morning and get with your math teacher, and we'll get those answered for you. Thanks.